Hi everyone, this is Miss Erin from Hauppauge Public Library, and today we are going to have a Martin Luther King Jr. Day story time and craft. So we're going to read a book about Martin Luther King Jr. and the holiday that remembers him, and then we are also going to do a craft inspired by Martin Luther King Jr., which is a take and make that you can pick up at the library. So let's get started with our book. So the book we're going to read today is called Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and it's written by Melissa Ferguson. So let's learn more about Martin Luther King Jr. and Martin Luther King Jr. Day. A dream. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. He wanted all people to get along. He saw Black Americans being treated unfairly because of their race. He wanted Black Americans to have equal rights, and he spoke out. Martin Luther King Jr. wanted a better future. He hoped for a world without discrimination. Some people did not like what Martin said, but Martin kept his dream alive. And that's a photo of Martin Luther King Jr. March for Rights. In Martin's time, Black people were not allowed to do the same things as white people. They lived in different neighborhoods. Their children went to different schools. They ate at different restaurants. This is called segregation. Martin wanted to change this. He led peaceful marches. People of all colors marched together. They wanted to show that everyone should be treated the same. Martin was put in jail many times for his beliefs. He didn't give up hope. Making a difference. Changes were made so that Black Americans were treated more fairly. Black children began going to the same schools as other children. Black and white Americans could eat at the same restaurants. They could drink from the same water fountains. Martin helped make these changes. Honoring a hero. Some people did not want Black Americans to have equal rights. They did not like Martin Luther King Jr. They did not want change. Martin was killed in 1968. After his death, many people were sad, but they remembered Martin's teachings. They remembered how brave he was. They wanted to make a difference too. Celebration Day. Martin Luther King Jr. is a hero to many people. Americans celebrate a holiday to remember him. It is on the third Monday of every January. Martin Luther King Jr. Day was first celebrated in 1986. It is also called MLK Day. MLK Day is a time to celebrate this brave man. It honors the difference he made in the world. It also honors everyone who fought for equal rights. Famous speech. People celebrate MLK Day in many ways. Martin gave hundreds of speeches each year. You can watch videos of his speeches online. His speeches inspired people. His most famous speech is called I Have a Dream. In that speech, he shared his dream that all people should be treated fairly. Today, some people give speeches about equal rights on MLK Day. These speeches honor Martin. Peaceful protests. Martin believed in peace. He led many protests against unfair laws. He didn't use violence. He used powerful words instead, and people listened to him. People still march today. They protest peacefully, just like Martin did. On Martin Luther King Jr. Day, there are marches and parades. You and your family can join a march to honor Martin's dream. A memorial. There is a memorial to Martin Luther King Jr. in Washington, D.C. An image of Martin is carved into stone. The huge memorial is called the Stone of Hope. On the holiday, people might visit the memorial. It is a way to celebrate Martin's life and the good work he did. Many families visit the memorial each year. A day of service. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is called a day of service. People are asked to help others on the holiday. Martin worked hard to make the United States a better place. You can make your community a better place. Many schools and offices are closed on MLK Day. So children and families can work together on this special holiday. Helping others honors Martin's memory. Your school or town might have special service events on MLK Day. Or you can plan your own ways to help your community. Get some friends to help. And here are some ideas. You can bring healthy treats to a food pantry, clean up litter in a park, give books to a children's hospital, work in a community garden, or start a recycling program. School celebration. Many children celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day at school. They read books about him, or they make a timeline showing events in his life. Ask your teacher if your class can march peacefully around the school. This march can show you believe in Martin's dream. You can also make a poster that shows Martin's dream coming true. Make a poster showing people of different colors working or playing together. Or like today, we're going to be making the I Have a Dream craft. Showing kindness. Martin taught people to be kind and fair. You can do this too. You can be kind to other children. Say something nice. Share a game or a book. Give a smile. There are many ways to show you care. Here are some more ideas. You can talk to a new classmate, make a thank you card for your teacher, hold the door open for someone, or maybe give a flower to a friend or neighbor. A new day. We celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day in January, but it's important to remember Martin all year long. He was a leader who had courage. He knew that peace is stronger than violence. Martin wanted all people to be treated fairly. This was his dream. Parts of his dream came true. Some unfair laws were changed. People still worked to make his dream come true. The United States became a better place because of Martin. And that is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So now that we've read our book, it is time to move on to our craft. So the craft is inspired by Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, I Have a Dream, and it's available as a take and make at the library. If you're unable to come to the library, you can always make it yourself. You would just need some white paper and cut it as a cloud, and then some strips of paper in different colors to represent the rainbow. If you are able to pick up the take and make kit, inside of it you will find a pre-printed cloud, and you will find 6 strips of different colored paper. You are also going to need some glue, a pair of scissors, and a marker or a crayon. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is take your white paper with the pre-printed cloud and your scissors and carefully cut out the cloud shape. When you're done cutting out your cloud, you're going to take a marker or crayon and you're going to write I have a dream ... on your cloud. Now if you have problems writing, you can always ask an adult to help. So I have a dream. In Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, he talked about his vision of the future and his hopes and dreams, not only for his children, but also for the future of our country and for all people. For your dreams, which we'll be putting on these rainbow strips here, you can put something as personal as that you have a dream that you will learn how to dance, that you have a dream that your family stays healthy, or that all people will feel loved, or that everyone will have a home. So it can be something that you'd like for yourself, something you'd like for your family, or something you'd like for the whole world. So let me show you how to do it. So once you've thought up some dreams that you would like to write down, it's time to get your strips of paper from your take and make kit, and then you're also going to need a marker or a crayon. Now before you write, you want to make sure that you leave a little bit of space at the end of each strip of paper because you're going to need space to glue it on. Okay, so my first dream is going to be that my garden will grow well this year because last year it did not. So that is my first dream.
just like that. So see how I left a little bit of space there to glue it on. So once you write one, you can continue writing the rest of your dreams until you're done, and then we'll move on to gluing them onto the cloud. So once you've finished writing down all of your dreams, you can begin to glue the rainbow strips onto the back of your cloud. So you're going to take your cloud and you're going to flip it over, and then you're going to take your first color. Now you can do your rainbow in the order of a rainbow, which is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet, or you can do it in any order you want. So you're going to take your glue stick or your white glue, whatever you're using. You're going to put a little bit on that top area that I told you to leave blank, like that. It's upside down, and then you're going to glue it just onto the back of the cloud. And then you can always double check to make sure you can read it. See, I can still read it. Oh, and if I wanted to do it in the order of rainbow, I'm actually doing it backwards. So let me move that over. Put it on the wrong side, silly Miss Erin. Okay, and then you're going to take the rest of your colored strips and you're just going to keep gluing them next to each other. And each time, if you want, you can always check it to make sure that you can read it clearly, because you don't want to cover up your dream, right? So you keep doing this until you get all of your strips of paper glued on. And there we go. My I Have a Dream craft is complete.
Once you've given the glue on your craft some time to dry, you can hang it up on your refrigerator, you can hang it up in your bedroom, and you can show it to people. You can talk to them about all of the different dreams that you have and your vision of the future. And you can share with them what you learned about Martin Luther King Jr. and why we celebrate the holiday for this amazing man. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you take care. Bye. Books about Martin Luther King Jr. available at the library or online through Libby, Overdrive, or Tumble Books include I Am Martin Luther King Jr., Max Celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and Martin's Big Words, The Life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.